to bring down the Divine Mother, to wake her up. You see, so, see, actually, this is what we had earlier. Last time we had seen this one. The unknowable, a silent cause, occult, impenetrable, infinite, eternal, unthinkable, alone. You see that word alone repeats. You see, that's the beauty of the whole thing. Alone. It's very mantric, that word. You see, when it comes like that with the full force. Infinite, eternal, unthinkable, alone. So he has approached that. And there now he knows that she is there in it. And she has to be kind of summoned. She must be approached. She must be adored. She must be invoked. We must pray to her that she would come here and do something for this creation here. That is the whole purpose of his approaching the unknowable. Now, this is important. In fact, this is extremely important in the sense that where is it that the Divine Shakti is not present? She is present everywhere. She is present in this creation. She is present in the Satchidananda. She is present everywhere. Ashwapati, you see in that little book, the mother, Maheshwari, Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati, they are the powers of the cosmic manifestation. Beyond that, the Mahashakti or the transcendent. Beyond that, goes on like that. Now, it is not anyone. Now, these Shaktis that Ashwapati is invoking. He is not invoking Maheshwari, Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati. He is not invoking it. He is not invoking even Parashakti. He is invoking directly the Supreme Mahashakti. Parat Parap Shakti. The very origin, it is there he is going and he is invoking her and praying to her that you have to come down here. You see, the other powers below her will have their own way of doing things, their own limitations, their own boundaries of activities, so to say. Ashwapati is not happy with that. What has to happen directly from the very original source. From there only whatever has to happen. Therefore, he is approaching the Supreme Divine Mother, Paratpara Mahashakti, whatever you call it. In fact, that is the greatness of Ashwapati. Now, who can do that thing? Who can do that kind of a thing? Only one who has done that kind of a yogic tapasya, who can reach her and summon her, command her, summon her. You have to do a lot of yogic tapasya to approach her and compel her to take the mortal birth. So that is the kind of Ashwapati's tapasya, what we have here. He has done that tapasya. See, our tapasya is very small. We go here and go there. Okay, you want groundnut? Okay, take groundnut. You see, like that, you see. But she is giving the very ground for the whole thing, you see. So that is why he is approaching that unknowable for the purposes of summoning the Divine Mother. A stillness. So while he is climbing up, while he is approaching the unknowable, unthinkable, alone, infinite, eternal, unthinkable, alone, what is the kind of thing around him? A stillness, absolute, incommunicable, means the sheer self-discovery of the soul. Ashwapati has discovered his soul that he is now in that place, you see. A wall of stillness shuts it from the world. So you are so quiet that you are completely as if cut off from the world altogether, you see. A gulf of stillness swallows up the sense. Sense is inoperative. It cannot function there. Our faculties of cognition do not operate there at all, you see. And makes unreal all that mind has known. So this becomes mithya, unreal. No value, no content in them, because everything is mind. What can mind know, you see? All that the laboring senses still would be prolonging an image unreality. So our laboring senses, what will they do? They will keep on prolonging the unreality, this mithya creation, so to say, all along. Self's vast spiritual silence occupies space. So all that is only space, silence. Only the inconceivable is left, because he is now talking about the unknowable, inconceivable. You see. Only the inconceivable is left. Only the nameless without space and time. He has crossed all the boundaries, gone into that. Abolish the burdening need of life. So you don't need anything at all in life, you see. Thought falls from us. Yes, mental faculties, they collapse. They cannot operate at all there, you see. We see some joy and grief because our senses, perceptions have also ceased to exist, you see. The ego is dead. We are free from being and here. We are done with birth and death and work and fate. We are done with birth and death and work and fate. See, it is a monosyllable. See the hammer bit which is coming out. You see, finished, finished. No death, no work, no fate, nothing. You see, we are done with birth and death and work and fate. This is metrically. This line is a very beautiful line. We are done is an anapest. Short, short, long. We are done with birth, short, long, and death, short, long, and work, short, long, and fate, short, long. You see, so that is the kind of thing. It's metrically line. Anapest and 4 amps. We are done with birth and death and work and fate. That's the metrical quality of the line. And see the beauty of this line. This whole line is absolutely monosyllabic. Therefore, emphasis goes on every word. It is a monosyllable. We are done with birth and death and work and fate. That is the poetic art. That's the poetic art of it. We are done. Therefore, Ashwapati is addressing to his own soul. Oh soul, yes, you are done with birth and death and work and fate. You are done. But then, oh soul, my dear friend, it is too early to rejoice. It is too early to rejoice. It is not. You are done means what? You are free of that, okay. But you have not done something for birth and death and work and fate. You have still some work to do for that. It's too early to rejoice. You are free of birth and death and work and fate. But what about the existence of birth and death and work and fate? Therefore, it is too early to rejoice. You want to go away, disappear? No. Thou hast reached the boundless silence of the self. Thou hast lived into a glad, divine abyss. You have jumped into the divine supreme, lost yourself into that divine abyss. You have plunged into that, got lost in that thing. But where hast thou thrown self's mission and self's power? You have come here with a mission, with a power. What happened to that? You have disappeared. What happened to that? Now, it is this thing which is there always in the soul of Ashwapati. And therefore, even while he is approaching the unknowable, he does not forget this part of it. Rather, he wants to find out from the unknowable whether the unknowable can offer him some solution for birth and death and fate and work in this creation. You have left the creation behind, but then the creation has remained the same as it was. I have gone, I have become free. What about the creation? It has remained as it was. What about that? So, oh soul, it is too early to rejoice. You are happy, but not that. On what dead bank of the eternal's road, one was within thee, who was self and world. What hast thou done for his purpose in his stars? For this creation, what have you done for that? This whole creation is there. What for? You are done with All those things, birth and death and work and fate, but what about all that thing? What has happened to that? You see. Now, it is this thing which really brings back Ashwapati from the unknowable.
Because of the mission.
Huh?
Because of this mission.
Yeah. He does not want to go and merge. His soul is telling, look, yes, you can escape, disappear, but what about all that thing? In the case of Savitri, she was told to annul herself totally, completely, so that only God be. She had done that thing. But then it was the Divine Mother who put her back. Savitri, you cannot disappear like that into the unknowable. You have to do something for this creation. You have to do something for this creation. Here, Ashwapati's soul himself is telling, yes, the unknowable is there. You can't merge into that, disappear into that divine abyss. You have to come and live into this existence. You have to remain here in this world, you see. Escape brings not the victory and the crown. What a line, see. Escape brings not the victory and the crown. Yes, you want a crown, but not by escaping. You have to conquer all the difficulties here and be master of all things. Something thou camest to do from the unknown, but nothing is finished and the world goes on because only half God's cosmic work is done. Now that is the whole that is the entire basis of the yogic activity of Sri Aurobindo. You have done tapasya, you have done yoga and all that. For what? There is only half work climbing up. The other half is to bring it down here. That is, the triangle has ascended, the other triangle has to descend. That is the other half. That is that. The other half, the descending triangle has to appear here. See. Because only half God's cosmic work is done. Now, see, this is supposed to be understood. It is not half God. It is half God's cosmic work. It is not half God's. It is not half God's cosmic work. It is half God's cosmic work. You have to read it like that, see. Because only half God's cosmic work is done. Only the everlasting no has neared. No, 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 not this, not this, not this, not this. Yes, that is accomplished. But yes, 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 that thing happened. What about that part? That is the other half. That is the other half of God's cosmic work. This is itself is important. Now, this is a reference to the Indian Upanishadic phrase, what they call neti, neti. And yes, iti, iti. Neti, neti. And iti, iti. Neti, neti. Means not this, not this, not this, not this, not this. Iti. Yes, here, here, here. Yes, this one, this one, this one. This is all Brahman, this is all Brahman, this is all Brahman. This is not Brahman, this is not Brahman, this is not Brahman. See? Only the everlasting no has neared and stared into the eyes and filled the heart. But where is the lover's everlasting yes? She has to come and embrace you. This world is hers. He is his. He must come and embrace this world. And immortality is a secret heart. The voice that chants the creator fire, Agni the creator, the voice that chants the creator fire, the symbol Om, the great ascending word, Om. So that is the definition of Om. The definition of Om is the ascending word. It is that which gives the sanction. When you say Om, let this be so. Oh, yes, it will be so. So that is the definition of Om. The bridge between the rapture and the calm, the passion and the beauty of the bride, the chamber with a glorious enemy's kiss, the smile that saved the golden peak of king. Where is that? He is asking. Where is that thing? Where is the lover's everlasting years? That is the part of the lover. The beauty of the bride, beauty of the bride. Now, this has a tinge of Christian theology. The bridegroom is Christ Himself, and the church is His bride. Yes, you are there. What about the church? Beauty of the bride. Now, He will embrace only that bride who is pure gold. Beauty of the bride, pure gold, shining, lustrous, beautiful, only gold. So, what is called in the Christian theology orphan, O-R-P-H-I-N, orphan. Purest kind of gold which is available in those days. So the bride is compared, the church is compared with that orphan gold. It is he who is embracing her, Christ. So when the church is really pure, really divine, then only the divine lover will embrace her. Church is there, yes, he has to come embrace her. When will that happen? When she is pure like gold, orphan. The passion and the beauty of the bride, the chamber with the glorious enemies kill. Yes, it is here that all the opposites are together present. Yet they are not opposite. They have, each one of them has a certain meaning and content, and therefore they join together. Evil and good, sin and virtue, death and life, knowledge and ignorance. They are all there for what? For their own respective fulfillment. The kiss. The smile that saves the golden peak of things. Le sourire qui changera le monde. Correct? Le sourire qui changera le monde.
Le sourire qui changera le monde.
Le monde.
Smile that said.
Yeah. Change.
Qui sauve. This is present.
So le sourire qui changera, who will change the world? Changera. Changera.
This is present.
Yeah, I know, that's all right. But
Changera le monde.
Présent.
Je sais, mais Sir Duchamp is saying something else.
Oh yes, will change.
yeah, will change. Yeah, it is right. What is the smile? The le sourire qui changera le monde.
Ah yes. This is the sourire qui changera.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. The smile that saved the golden peak of things.